From 242 are a Belgian electronic and EBM band, EBM standing for Electronic Body Music. They were formed in 1981 and they're still going. They're known for wearing military uniforms and sunglasses, partly in an attempt to have some anonymity. They are quoted as being part of the foundations of industrial music. They have created 8 albums so far. The most recent one was in 2003. Hi, my name's Dan. So this was their 4th album, and it was my first contact with this band. So I don't think I've heard of them before. I certainly didn't know what they were before I started listening. So it's late 80s, and it sounds very much like quite a bit of the electronic stuff that was around at the time. Maybe kind of more, I am going to use the word industrial because that's a word that's been used to describe them. There's electronic beats in here. There's quite a lot of percussive noises going on. There are sound effects being mixed in. There are snatches of speech taken from, I believe, predominantly from war films and other percussive noises. There are some notes in here, mostly bass line notes, and there's some singing as well as bits of speech. The singing has a kind of deliberately cold and robotic feel to it. Again, it's a sound that I've heard in other music at the same sort of time. It reminds me of New Order, the Blue Monday, and Gary Newman. So I try and do description as much as I can without referencing other acts, because I can't guarantee that you, dear watcher who was watching this, knows what those acts are and what I'm talking about. But at this point, I am going to do some referencing, so I would say that this is kind of a mixture of stuff like The Art of Noise, who are a Music Concrete band, Gary Newman, Paul Hardcastle, and the electronic New Order stuff. Some of which is kind of, before this, but this band were obviously alongside some of those acts. There's definitely use of samplers going on here, which is, quite nice, I think. The tones that are used are generally the kind of emphasising the high harmonics, the high frequencies, and making a metallic sound. And the whole thing is meant to sound quite mechanical, which is probably why it's been called industrial. My issue slightly with that is that my reference for industrial is bands like Nine Inch Nails, and I don't think they sound at all like that at all. Anyway, so I liked it. I have to admit, some of that liking is nostalgia for that period and for enjoying similar music around when it was contemporary. But yeah, I had a reasonable amount of fun listening to this. I would love to know what you think of this album, so please tell me. That's what the comments boxes are for down there. And that's it from me for now.
Let's feed the